needs will be met. So please turn your cell phone off. Turn it off. Turn your cell phone off. Turn it off. Turn your cell phone off. Turn it off. Turn your cell phone off.
All right, everybody on your feet. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
All right, let's go.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah,
Say
yeah.
hello to somebody around you.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey.
Do I need to be any announcements?
I don't think so. Good morning, everyone. Oh, how's everybody today? Are you surviving Coachella and all the traffic in town? Oh my goodness. Well, that means the valley's prospering, right? So anyway, welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert. And we're going to say William, who we are. So let's say this together. We are a positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our vision, spiritual awakening and personal growth in a world that works for everyone. Our mission is to help individuals discover the spiritual tools and an inner power that has the ability to transform lives and make the world a better place. Amen, right? That's who we are. So if you're here for the first time, you are in the right place, right? Just like we are. So what's going on? Oh, so today, don't forget, those of you who have taken Francine's publishing workshop. This is the second class, but I think even if you haven't taken it before, you can still come today, and I think they still are standalone, but you will get so much information. I heard great reviews from her first class. She's a brilliant woman. Don't forget, this Monday, we're getting really great reviews on this too, is our financial peace workshop with Dave Ramsey, does it with Angela and Dar. They're facilitating it. So Monday evenings here, we still have some packages. If you want to jump in, you can go to the office, and I think we have a few more packages there. This Wednesday, our midweek Faith Lift will be facilitated by Reverend Ruth Ann. So please join her over in the Ohm Room at 6:30 p.m. What else? Oh, is she here? Oh, I think Ginny might be here at the end of the service. Living like the Golden Girls. Remember the Golden Girls? So there are a lot of people out there that are, sterling age, and it would just be nice to share share expenses, share living, and so forth. So Ginny's going to be doing it this Wednesday here at the center at 9:30 in the morning. So anybody who's interested, please join them for that. And next Sunday will be the From Wounds to Wings, and our practitioner, our newest practitioner, Michael, will be giving his story and be reading from his book. So if you're interested, please sign up because they have a light lunch and it's a love offering. So it should be wonderful. He'll answer questions and do some readings from his book. And don't forget, Sunday, May 7th from 9 to 1 will be our art show. So last year it was a great success. A lot of wonderful people we have some pretty talented people here at our center, so we'll be able to go over there and look around and see what we have. Those of you that are also going with us on our tour down to Australia and New Zealand, they will be here May 7th, one of our guides, to kind of explain what we'll be doing and answer any questions you might have. And if anybody's interested, they're on the fence about it, that would be a great opportunity to ask any questions that you have about that. And I think that's it. So I don't know where anybody is, so I'll just dance. Hello? Are we coming out? So how's everybody? What? Anybody have any great miracles happen in their life that they want to share? Huh? Come on.
We just didn't hear you, Reverend.
Okay, that's okay.
Above all the hoopla.
All right.
Saw you
So
dance.
anyway, I'm going to turn it over to our fabulous CSL ensemble and turn over to Jerry, and she's going to tell you about our special guest today.
Our special guest is beyond special. We've had her with us before, and she's just phenomenal. If you're a local, you've probably seen her because she works everywhere in town, and she's just so amazing. Put your hands together for Eve Evans.
I appreciate that introduction. Yes, I am special. My helmet's in the car. Wait for it, it'll come to you. Good morning. I'm glad to be anywhere. I hope you are too. Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands played the tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She said, Billy, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hand. Grandma's hand. Grandma's hands, that's good, kids. Soothe the local unwed mother. Grandma's hands used to ache sometime and swell. Grandma's hands used to lift her face and tell her, she said, baby, don't my grandma understand that you really, really love that man? Put yourself in the good Lord's hands. Grandma's hand. Grandma's hand. Come on, Presbyterians. I hate to call you out, but you're not chosen frozen. If you can't get up, stomp your foot too. Clap. Grandma's hands used to hand me a piece of candy. Grandma's hands picked me up each time I fell. Grandma's hands, boy, they really came in handy. She said, ooh, Maddie, don't you whip that boy. What you want to spank him for? He didn't drop no apple core. If I get to heaven, I'll look for Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands. Shut up. Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands played the tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She said, Billy, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. Might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hands.
Let's hear it for Eve Evans, everybody. Thank you, honey. There was that line in there that, Eve, there was that line in there about Grandma's hands swelling up, wasn't that? Something about that? Yeah, it's pretty funny because mine are swollen. My right wrist is really swollen, so I was thinking about, I've got Grandma's hands. Yeah, what is that? You're preaching to me. Okay, good morning, everybody. Listen to me telling about, oh my God, see, my wrist is swollen. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that. Let's go to work, yeah? Let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale out, close your eyes. Let the chair support you right now. One more time, take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Yeah, let's move into that place where there is that space where nothing has to be resolved in the moment. Where you don't need to debate, create lists, resolve, converse, compromise. Where you can just be in this moment. Just separate yourself from all of that stuff that kind of swirls around in our minds and just allow yourself just to be fully present now. Open and receptive. Open and receptive to a dream, a demonstration. Just this openness. Create this space of openness in your heart and in your mind right now. With every breath you take, just see that happening. Take a deep breath in again. Exhale out. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my serenity. As within, all around, all I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love, and I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert, and welcome. Welcome to this living, loving field where I celebrate knowing absolutely there is one power, God Almighty, God All Beauty, God, the living presence, in, through, and as all things. That which is known by so many names is the one, the thing itself, the I am that I am. Love intelligence, love beauty. Yes, there are so many names for the divine presence, and it is always so much more. And I am alive as spirit, and spirit is alive as me, and as such I know I am one with the one. And as I know this is true about my life, I know this is true about the life of each person here. For I see in each person the energy of spirit in human form. And so in this certainty, I completely realize and I affirm that no matter the appearance or the condition before me, everything needed is already provided. This world is abundance. This universe is plenitude. There are more than enough resources. There are more than enough opportunities. I am sourced and resourced by the divine presence. So no matter the condition, I am knowing absolute peace that passes all understanding. And I am knowing harmony as the truth of who and what I am. And how good it is to know I live this truth as my heart, as my mind, as my body. And I know wholeness as my very truth today. And how grateful I am to know this. How grateful I am to live this. How grateful I am to know this truth as my very life. And in this space of gratitude, I speak a word of blessing for all spiritual communities throughout the world. And today a blessing for Dr. Joe and his powerful message. All the ministers and practitioners, this fabulous band. Blessing each and every volunteer, every member of this congregation, every being that supports this message in this community in any way, knowing the highest good for this spiritual community and for spiritual communities throughout the world. And so with a heart that is overflowing with confidence for all that is magnificently unfolding, I release this word to the law, knowing it is done, it is complete, it is fulfilled. And if this resonates with you at all, Palm Desert, please join me in saying, and so it is.
Amen.
Amen.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I awake in this holy silence. I hear all that has never been said, and right here in this holy silence I find God when I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. From a world full of chaos and noise, so we awake in this holy silence. We hear all that needs to be said, and right here in this holy silence we find God when we find ourselves. And I find God when I find myself. And you find God when you find yourself. Please join me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me, sending out joy. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me, sending out peace. I send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. Sending out love, sing it out. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me. And it returns to me. And it returns to me.
No complaints and no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. I've had to learn that all you give is all you get. So give it all you got. I've drank my share, I've had my fill, and even though I'm satisfied, I'm hungry still to see what's down the road, beyond the hill, and do it all again. Here's to life, and every joy it brings. Here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. Time just flies. Warm hellos can turn to sad goodbyes. And all the memories you've memorized keep your winters warm. There's no yes and yesterday, and who knows what tomorrow brings or takes away. As long as I am in this game, I wanna play for life, for laughs, for love. Here's to life, but I gotta know, and every joy it brings. Here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. storms be weathered, and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you. May all your storms be weathered, and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you.
Beautiful, Eve. Thank you, darling. Thank you, baby. I love you. Do you remember the first time we met? Barry Manilow's choir.
Oh,
Yeah, remember that? After 9/11, you were our choir director. She was our choir. That's where I met Eve Evans. We did a thing at the McCallum after 9/11, and Barry Manilow had this big number, and they had they wanted members from churches to come in and sing in the choir, and so we were in the choir, and it was really exciting that she led that anyway. So, good morning. I'm sort of sidetracked. Here we go. Dealing with conditions is the title of my talk today. Here we go. Here's your affirmation. Are you ready? If I have no will to change it, I have no business criticizing, condemning, or complaining about it. Turn to your spouse or turn to someone next to you and say this for me. If I have no will to change it, I have no business criticizing, condemning, or complaining about it. And now say, now what are we going to talk about? Because that's usually what we talk about, isn't it? We get together and we all talk about all the things that are going wrong. So it's just kind of funny. It's like, okay, hey, now what do we talk about? I have no idea, no earthly idea. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to deal with conditions. The birth of a new state of consciousness is an inner transformation. It is a state of consciousness which no longer depends upon the condition it appears to be, but instead reaches through the seen to the unseen, which plunges beneath the surface and arrives at the spiritual cause of things. So there is a transformation. When we begin to look at the conditions of things, we have to know that there is something unseen ready to be seen. The problem is we look at a condition and we look at it in its final form. We think, oh, this is it. But we have to be reminded all the time that we're constantly working through conditions in our life. Whenever we're looking at something, there is also something unseen yet to be born into that situation. The thing that is unseen is directed by you and me. We are actually the ones that begin the direction process. Our thought process starts to lay out and put into that spiritual mold the very things we're going to manifest. So we have to be really careful that when we're looking at a condition, we don't place finalities on it. We don't place the things we don't want. If I look at a condition, I have to know that it's going to change, and I'm going to be part of that direction of the change. That's the transformation, and it's an inside job. It's a belief job. It's an embodiment job. It's not talking. It's believing what you're saying. It's believing what you're believing. The problem is we have a lot of inner dialogue that doesn't necessarily match up with what we want to happen. Does that make sense? We all want to experience the joy of living. When we feel overwhelmed in the midst of negativity, we might call out to God and say, fix this, please. Anybody? All right, good. Who is this God we are asking to fix this? Who is this God? When we look up in the air and put our hands up and go, oh my God, fix this. What are we looking, who are we talking to? What are we looking at? Anyone? 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 You're looking at a reflection of yourself. When that happens, you're actually looking at a reflection of yourself, and the universe is saying, hey, Joe. If God would talk to me that way, God would say, hey, Joe, don't ask me. You created this. Now tell me what you want to get out of it. How do you want this to change? I'm talking to myself. Have you ever had that inner dialogue? I'm having that inner dialogue all the time, but I don't, and it comes to pass that, look, what I'm asking for, when I put my hands up and I say, oh my God, fix this for me, what I'm actually saying is, I don't have any ideas, universe. So my prayer at that moment isn't to fix it, my prayer is for an idea. Everything is one idea away from changing. Everything in your life is one idea away from changing. It takes one idea to shift whatever is necessary to bring about whatever you want to happen. And it's always one idea away. Some of us think, oh, it's going to take years. How many steps do I have to go through? How many ex-husbands do I have to go through? How many of this do I have to go through? No. You know what? It's one idea. One idea. Next thing, every act in life is normal. In Dr. Holmes' book called Love and Law, every act in life is normal. Get over any idea, any attempt to being abnormal. What the heck does that mean? It means you're all normal. Wow, that was a good reaction. Ooh, scary. Yeah. I'm normal. Say that. I'm normal. Look at your partner or whoever you're next to you, go, I'm normal. I'm normal. And now you're looking at him going, that feels so odd. But what's normal is the life experience that we go through. Stop looking at your life as a series of abnormalities. We go through phases and functions. We're human beings. We go through health cycles, we go through money cycles, we go through relationship cycles and relationship cycles and relationship cycles. And then we hit a couple more health cycles again and a couple more health cycles again. And then we hit some creativity and maybe a bump in the job market, whatever it is. Stop looking at these things as abnormal. Every act is normal. Everything, you're fine. You're a perfect mess. It's great. But you're God's mess, and you know what? And the universe is calling you into stop looking at the condition and remember there is some invisible stuff gathering up in your consciousness, and you've got to create whatever that is. It's up to you to tap into that creative juice. Does that make sense? But when we're fixated on the condition, are we able to look at the creativity around it? No. We're stuck. Together, please. If I have no will to change it, I have no business criticizing, condemning, or complaining about it. Don't you love that? Yeah. Don't you just wish you could tell that to a lot of people? Hey, look, got this affirmation in church. Let's try it. What if we were to take our challenges and look at them in another way? What if we attracted them to make our beliefs stronger? To prove the principles to ourselves. What if I attracted this stuff? Because I'm proving principles. Now there's a theory, God doesn't test us. God doesn't wake up one day and go, hey, you know what? I'm gonna spin this one on Joe Hooper and watch him spin like a top, right? You don't wake up and suddenly it's your unlucky day, all right? But what if I look at challenges because when I'm looking to master one of these spiritual principles, the universe usually presents itself in a series of situations for me to demonstrate my newfound knowledge. In other words, when you know that you know, things start to pop up and you recognize it a lot more. When you know that you know and you learn these principles, what happens, situations pop up and you go, oh, wow. And then you have to think to yourself, am I going to react the way the old Joe used to react? Or do I now apply the new spiritual principles with the new invisible stuff that I'm aware of and create something different? It's not that the universe is out to test us. It's that we're actually asking for it. Because we're like, hey, I got this. Okay, good, show me. Yay. Do we do it? Many times it is a call to an awakened mind. You have to have the awakened mind. In other words, you can't learn and then fall asleep. You have to learn and stay awake so that when things pop up, it fits. Does that make sense? Okay. Spiritual growth involves giving up the stories of your past so the universe could write a new one. Marianne Williamson said that. The spiritual growth requires that we leave the past in the past and we get to write the new ones. That means, I was talking to people, one of the biggest things that I've noticed lately in a lot of my spiritual counseling, people are afraid to put a period at not just the end of the paragraph, they're afraid to put a period at the end of the chapter and turn over a new chapter. There's this hesitancy to put a period there. And they're hesitant to turn the page because what's on the other side? I can deal with all my conditions because I know all the variables. As soon as I flip the page, now what do I do? But that's when we talk about looking at the conditions and looking at the unseen stuff and writing the new stuff. The universe, spiritual growth, has us to give up the story and turn over the new page. When we experience a demonstration, we must make up our mind that we will accept everything that comes with it. Law pays in full and sometimes with a universal plus. Sometimes the pluses don't look like pluses when they show up. I'll tell you that. But when you want to demonstrate something, remember the universe, it makes up your mind that you want to accept all parts of the demonstration. So I've gone over this before and I want to repeat it again. If you want a new relationship, you get all of it. Meaning you no longer get to choose the restaurant all the time. Right? Half of your drawers have to be emptied, along with half of your bank accounts, right? Half of all of your stuff becomes part of this picture. So when you say, I want a relationship, you better define what that means. Do I want a relationship to have someone live in with me and get married? Or do I just want someone to go travel with or play with or have dinner with or whatever? You have to decide how that works out. Because if the universe is going to give you all of it, I don't want you in the office 6 months later saying, get me out of it. The invisible stuff will create the stuff, and then you don't want the stuff because you didn't really pick it out good enough. Right? It's like you put the ingredients in for a cake, but you missed a couple or you put too much of something and it just doesn't make it, right? Doesn't taste as good as you thought it would. So whether it's your health or whether it's relationships, whether it's financial security, whether it's a job or your creativity, whatever I'm picking a place to live, whatever that is, just make sure that you understand you get all of it. And then some, and then some. Together, please. If I have no will to change it, I have no business criticizing, condemning, or complaining about it. Miracles are natural. The nature of this universe is progressive. It is natural to have demonstrations. I don't necessarily like the word miracles because it makes it sound like it's an exception. I want my life to be a series of demonstrations. And when one moves into this idea, then you're not expecting the demonstrations to be the exception, but you're expecting them to be natural. So when he says miracles are natural, it just means that we should expect to see our life changing little by little, inch by inch, sometimes big strides, sometimes little strides, but we should see it changing and we should expect it and not think it's the exception to the rule. We don't change as we grow older. We just see ourselves more clearly in the big picture of life. Try that again. Yeah. When someone said to me, they said, your congregation's a little older. And you know what I said? It's because they see the big picture. They see the big picture. They've tried the other things and they see the big picture. They finally came in and said, wait a minute, this other stuff's not working. This other stuff that I've been taught, it's not working. And I see a bigger picture. It's not that I'm older, I'm wiser. Right? Let's hear an amen to that. Yeah. By the way, I want to recognize Gail Morton. Gail, who did our practitioner of the day today. This was her first time on the podium today, and I think she did a fantastic job. Beautiful work, Gail. she's so poised and perfect. I love that. This is your time and it feels normal to you, but really there is no normal. There's only change and resistance to it and then more change. Let's read that together. This is your time and it feels normal to you, but really there is no normal. There's only change and resistance to it and then more change. The title of my talk is Dealing with Conditions, right? How to deal with conditions. There's either change or resistance to change, and either way it's going to change. Do I hear an amen to that? Yeah, so when you're looking at whatever condition you're looking at in your life, it's going to change, or you're going to resist the change, and when you resist the change, it's going to change anyway. Anybody? Yeah, you stare at it and it changes. It's inevitable. The growth is inevitable. So that's, again, go back to the very beginning. So what do? If growth is inevitable and all of these things are part and parcel of the process, then I have to learn how to take that invisible stuff and have trust in it and not look at the condition as the end, but look at it as the middle of something, the growth of something. And whatever comes out of it, it's now subject to change again. So once you change, you got to change again. And then as soon as you're finished changing, guess what? You get to change again. It's exhausting being alive, isn't it? It's so trying to be alive sometimes. You're like, oh my God, I got to do this. And then, holy cow. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But the alternative, forest lawn, that's kind of like the alternative. I don't think we want to do that. I love this. The person who rejects change is the creator of delay and decay. Oh, and don't you want to call somebody and go, you know, the reason why you're going downhill. At church today, Dr. Jones said something about, you know, you're the reason why you're decaying. You are it. You're the reason. It's not anybody else. It's not what you ate. No, it's not what you did. No, and it's you. Don't make that call, all right? This is for you, all right? The person who rejects change is the creator of delay and decay. The only institution which really totally rejects progress is the cemetery. You go in, you're not coming out. Everything else before that is all subject to change, isn't it? So either die trying or just die. How's that? How's that for an uplifting message? My minister said to me today, you know, either die trying or just die. And there are people going to go, why the hell do you go to that church? Together, please. If I have no will to change it, I have no business criticizing, condemning, or complaining about it. Many lack faith in what exists within us because they lack faith in who exists within us. Many people lack faith not because they lack faith, it's because they don't know who is in them. And the capital W means the God self within them. They forget that that's who, we forget to remember who we are. Each one of you are you are a walking demonstration of the universe. You are what it planned on. Believe it or not, all of it is normal to this universal perspective. You are totally normal. You are this individualized expression. You have every right to have all your personalities and your quirks and all those different things. That's all you. And it's perfect, but we can't forget who created us. And if you believe that who created us, we were made in its image and likeness, then again, you're perfect. You're perfectly imperfect. Isn't it great? I know. I love that. You are younger today than you will ever be again. Make use of it for the sake of tomorrow and the day after. This is your youngest day of your life. There are no more younger days for you or me. This is it. I was having a conversation with a friend, one of my friends, just two friends of mine, my best friends actually, for like 30 years, just moved. They bought the house next door, literally. We can see each other from the balcony. Maybe a little too close, but we'll see how that goes. And we were having this conversation yesterday, and we were talking about retirement and things because we're all getting that age. And I'm like, we're never going to be younger than we are today. This is it. This is it. You know, to this day is my youngest day of the rest of my life. So it's like, I don't know if I want to continue doing something I don't want to do anymore. I don't know if, I'm not retiring from here, by the way. It's my other job. I don't know if I want to continue doing what I'm doing, so I guess I want to enjoy what days I do have left. This is my youngest day. This is your youngest day. Yeah. What's that movie? It's Good as It Gets. This is your youngest day. Make it. Make it what you want to make out of it. Don't sit there and look at it as at the condition and go, oh, I wish I should have, could have, would have done something. No. Period, page, new chapter. Remember, we are not asked to be our own transformers. We're asked only to surrender the thoughts and feelings that need transforming. You're not meant to be the transformer. You just have to surrender what needs to be transformed. And like at the very end of Gail's prayer, she said, where does she get? She puts it into the law to take care of the details. We just have to be willing to surrender and let God work out the details. You give it the design, right? You're the architect, God's the builder. You give it the spiritual design. This is what I want in my life. This is what I want in my relationships. This is what I want in my finances. This is what I want in my health. I'm going to give you, universe, through my prayer, my design of what I want in my life. And universe, make it. The problem is we think if we have this, we also have to be the maker of this. We just need to show up for this. You just need to show up. Once you show up, things are going to work differently. But it's me thinking I have to do all of it. My finite brain doesn't have the infinite resource. The infinite resource has the infinite resource, and I'm attuned to it, and so I can become part of its expression. Does that make sense? All right, together please. If I have no will to change it, I have no business criticizing, condemning, or complaining about it. Last line of the day. I trust and know that everything I declare comes to me with great benefits added. I experience the joy of living. Stop looking at the conditions as the final thing. It's not. Unless, again, you're at the cemetery. Anything short of the cemetery is all subject to change. And all the change is normal. And you either give in to change, you resist the change, but either way you're changing. Even if you resist the change, things are still going to change. The only problem is you're still going to resist it, and now you're going to be angry about it. And you're going to be bitter about it. And you're going to be resentful about it. And you could be jealous about it. There's all those emotions that come fear-based when we resist our own changes. All right? But we have to trust and know that everything you declare comes to me pressed down and flowing over. Pressed down and flowing over with benefits added of growth. Now, am I promising you a yellow brick road? No. Am I promising you a life where you're not going to have problems? No. What I say at the beginning. Life is normal. You are normal. You go through phases and functions. This is just all part and parcel of being that human being. There's nothing abnormal about it. It's just a normal process of whatever we're going through as these little individualizations of the one. And finally, experience the joy of living it. My litmus test lately, if it doesn't bring me joy, I'm having a real hard time putting it on my calendar. And I'm questioning the things I put on my calendar a lot more now. Because I'm figuring I've got so many days left in the universe, I'm to experience as much joy as I can in those days. And so I'm being very selective now about what I'm choosing because I want my life to be the expression of joy and laughter and happiness. And so I've got to calendar that. Because I can get caught up like anyone else in the doing of life and not schedule my own personal joy. But I have found that when I put it on the calendar and nothing violates that, then I have set aside time for my own personal joy. And it's just something I call it tithing to myself. Because the conditions in my life will change when I begin to change how I look at conditions. And when I begin to change from a perspective of joy, my life looks different. Make sense? And so ends your lesson. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. Oh, look at how young all of you are. Yes. So as the ushers come forward, I'd like to, those that are live streaming, there's a button there. Please push that for your offering, or you can text also your offering if you're on a smartphone or an iPad. And so let's just get centered as we prepare our offering and just surrender. We know that this is our spiritual home, and each one of us here is a stakeholder in this life, in this center. So as we prepare our offering, let's just feel the gratitude for all we have as we say our offertory prayer, please. As soon as William, there it is. Thank you, William. I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and prosper. I know my offering and my commitment to the center allows us to do great work in the world, and so it is.
2, 3, 4. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my joy. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my love. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
All right. So let's just put up our hands and send our love and our light and our blessings to this offering, knowing it returns back to us, pressed down and overflowing. As we say, we bless this gift. We send it forth to heal and prosper. We know our offering and our commitment to the center allows us to do great work in the world, and so it is. Thank you, Dale. At this time, I'd like to welcome our visitors. So if you're here for the first time, please don't be bashful. Stand up. We have a gift for you, and we'd love to welcome you. Anybody? Yes, welcome. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. So that's a CD holder with information. Please stop in the foyer and pick up a CD of a couple of Dr. Joe's talks. We welcome you. And if you're visiting the desert, it's a wonderful time of year. And if you're from the valley, come on back and see us again sometime. At this time, we have just two quick little announcements. I'm going to invite Ginny up to speak real quick.
Hi. I'm sure you've all seen this series, The Golden Girls. I think there's a little Dorothy and Blanche and Sophia and Rose and all of us. And if you're a golden girl or a golden guy, I'd like to invite you to join me on Wednesday at 9:30 from 9:30 to 11 in Costa Hall. We're going to talk about the joy of living and the adventure of living in community. We're going to talk about how the health benefits, financial benefits, social benefits of maybe pooling our resources and finding ways to truly share our homes and live in community. So if you're interested, I'm going to be on the patio with a sign-up sheet, and I hope to see you there.
Thank you so much for doing this. Also, a couple months ago, I got involved in an organization called Child Help, and they've actually chosen me to be their chaplain for the local chapter. And they're really in need of volunteers. I'm going to introduce one of our congregants, Lori Hewling, who can tell you more about it. Lori?
Hi, this organization has just really, really touched my heart. It's actually a national organization, and there are two villages in the United States. One of them is here in Beaumont, and the children that are at that village are the absolute most abused children, and they don't even qualify for foster home. And twice a year they have, it's called Friends Day, and adults go and they get a child, they spend 4 hours, we have lunch, you take a gift to them, and there's activities planned, and we are in need of adults to go out and spend 4 hours with one of these children. So I have flyers, and if anybody would like to know more about it, the date is May 6th, and we would really, really appreciate your support. And I guarantee you that after going there, your heart will never be the same, because these kids are just amazing, and they really need the love and support of adults, which they haven't had in their lives. So thank you.
It's a wonderful organization, and so if you're called, please, I'll be out there with Lori to give you flyers and answer any questions you have. So don't forget, over in the Ohm Room our 1 minute miracles. If you're going through anything, please go over there and have them pray with you. And also, if you want to set an intention, go and set that intention. It's powerful. And don't forget, Reverend Ruth Ann's midweek faith lift is this Wednesday over there, and my Do You Quantum Think book study is still going. And on Monday we have our Financial Peace University. So there's just something here all the time. So let's just do a quick prayer. So in that feeling of knowing that this is the greatest moment of our life. There's no moment other than this. We are so grateful for that divine spirit, that divine presence. We feel and know the blessings of our lives, and we take full responsibility. And we know that we are loving, compassionate human beings. We are these spiritual beings having this human experience. We are divine. So we go about our day, we go about each moment from that place of divinity, from that place of love, changing the world one person at a time, one child at a time, knowing that all is well, knowing that God is always there saying yes, smiling down on each and every one of us, smiling from within each and every one of us. So knowing this is the truth, knowing that all is well, knowing that this is the best moment of our lives, we say thank you, and we allow it to be even more as we say together, and so it is. Amen. Have a wonderful week, everyone.
Oh, happy day.